Hey, right guys, Drift Much Joe here, and today we are watching and reacting to episode 11 of Riverdale Season 3. Just woken up, got my cup of tea, so we're good to go. And yeah, the last episode was a bit of a mess, in all honesty. I think Betty's stuff was actually decent. I enjoyed Betty's stuff, but other than that, it was just a bit all over the place. Even the way it was like edited and pieced together just felt really off. I don't know. It was a very weird episode. And yeah, like I said in that episode, I'm just gonna let season 3 ride out. We'll see what happens. If there's a good episode that pops up, then so be it. But as far as I'm concerned, season 3 is just kind of. I'm just gonna write it off, and we'll hopefully get back on track with season 4. But we'll see. Like I said, there's still things to like about this season. Just they're hard to find. Like the Betty stuff last episode. Like that was decent, and I hope they continue with that in this episode. But the whole Hiram being shot, it's just like, come on now. Unless that leads to something really great, then I don't really see the point. But we'll see. There's how many episodes till the finale? Like 10. So we've still got a long while to go before they start building up to something dramatic at the end. We're kind of in like the dead part of the season where it's just the middle bit. Nothing's really happening until the next, like, I'll say around episode 15, 16 is where things will probably really start to pick up. But I'm not a writer. We'll wait and see what happens. So anyway, guys, if you enjoy it, remember to leave a like. If you're new, remember to subscribe. And if you do want the full uncut reaction to this episode and the rest for Riverdale, then I link to the Patreon page. I can't even speak today. I've literally just woken up like 30 minutes ago, so I'm sorry about that. A link to the Patreon page will be down below, as well as Twitter, Instagram, and Discord if you want to check out any of those. But for now, my friends, let's go.
Infuriating, Dad. The Lodge
okay, we're still getting more with Betty.
Thank Blossom's death a suicide, but I think he was murdered. Clifford. But he hung himself.
Perhaps. I wonder, though, if that's the whole story.
Oh, maybe there's more to
Who was there that night?
Season 1.
Penelope.
Cheryl.
And Cheryl.
He is destined face to face with the man in black.
Got some LA Noir.
Searching for a sense of purpose.
What's going on?
Vibes going off.
Does he break up with
the
no,
score and stuff.
If you're serious about it, you better get your butt in gear. Shift starts in about an hour.
The only thing Archie knew for sure is he was angry. Hitting
No
things
shit.
made it better.
You don't want to do this, kid. I got you by about 100 pounds.
What? He wants to keep working. Who gives a shit? Oh, okay, no, I'm just gonna be a knob.
I don't care if you are Fred's kid. You're off my crew. The hell I am.
With Hiram laid up in the hospital,
What?
clinging to life,
Is he an idiot?
Nice hat. Good call.
I've got a job for you, Jones.
This episode might as well be in black and white. Like, why wouldn't you?
Find out who shot my father.
Like the Pretty Lies episode. Like, I loved that episode.
You'll get the other
But
half
there was so much shit with that episode as well. But the black and white part of it was not like the bad thing about it. That was probably the best part
Half the
about
people
it.
in this town want to see your old man kick the maple barrel.
Betty. Sweet darling Betty, you've come to
Oh, Cheryl actually exists in the show still. Well,
Uncle Claudius was family.
Crocodile tears.
yeah, that's true. But I want to say a bit louder though. I don't think Blossom actually heard you.
And I'm afraid I don't have any patience for it.
Back off, Betty. It's been a
Oh,
rough day.
yeah, maybe not today. Betty Cooper.
Sweet Pete, thanks. Why'd you guys
Even though you're
on
onto something, but
Thanks for coming with me, by the way.
My pleasure. My
oh,
investigation's on hold until I hear back from Dr. Curdle Jr.
back when those two
Turns
used to
out
work
there was
together.
No autopsy
In
on
like what?
Claudius.
Season 1?
Penelope had him cremated before
Bit
he
two?
could perform one.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that there's something in Clifford Blossom's autopsy report.
What the fuck? Yo!
Excuse me.
Scram, little worm.
What is this place?
Laura, why did Mr. Arclight leave in such a...
Oh, bollocks.
What are you two doing here?
Yeah, her sob story doesn't change the fact that she's a stone cold murderer.
Murderer. She always says murderer dead, like, full on.
It's Curdle.
Is that Josie? How many times are we going to have to listen to her sing? Well, not sing, do ADR into a mic.
It's time for a literal and metaphoric cold shower.
Wait, Josie, don't...
No.
I'm Veronica.
I'm sure you know my father, Hiram Lodge.
Yeah, alright, Veronica, everyone knows.
You're saying Clifford may not have died from hanging, but from being poisoned.
I'm saying that Clifford Blossom was already dead when he hung himself.
And Betty Cooper.
There you go, then.
Gotcha.
This season 1 things are coming up to play.
Kevin's dad boxes at the gym. Either way, you've got to deal with your demons head on.
About the most wise thing you've said, Josie, well done.
Auntie Blossom, I know what you did. I know what happened in the barn.
Yeah,
How
but
you
you don't
feel
have
Clifford's
proof though,
enemy
Betty,
like
so why are you telling her this?
And who is your witness? Why?
Why?
Because you're
Okay,
a
maybe,
serial
okay, she has proof,
a
I guess.
Black Widow.
Don't
A
prove that
red
she did
dog,
it, though.
Let's call you. You poison people.
Not people, Betty.
Criminals. Men. Okay.
I'm not admitting anything, but
Just because someone is a horrible person doesn't give you the right to kill them.
doesn't it? Isn't that what you did with the poison that infected your home? The imposter chick?
Who? Oh.
Hal tells me things too. When you delivered Chick to the Black Hood, you sent him to his death. You're not so
True.
innocent, Betty.
Betty trying to play the
If you
high
insist
ground.
on turning me in, I will gladly do the same to you.
And that's
Well, there you
when
go,
Betty
tap, tap.
realized
The problem with you, though,
no one's
Blossom, is you have no proof
in
of
Crime
her.
Town.
So.
Better get out here.
Stay down and keep quiet.
Oh. Well, shit.
You're Sheriff Metta's alive.
Wait,
Was
what?
decapitated. No, from the sounds
Oh
of it,
my god.
There's too many people asking questions. Which means...
Sheriff Manetta.
Problem.
What, Sheriff, go get her.
Tonight.
Get out.
After months of torment at the hands of the man in black,
Okay, now kill him. If he's so...
he was trying to bring a sorry chapter
No,
in his
because then he'll
life
go
to a
to
close.
prison.
The only way he knew how.
Oh, he has the gun though, fine. And he has no guards, I guess Veronica sent him away.
They've clearly been trying to murder Hiram Lodge.
No. No, they didn't.
Oh, what?
I shot Hiram.
What?
Hermione came to me. She wanted it done, and I wanted revenge.
You shot
I
Hiram.
think I forgot about Ryan Knight. When that son of a bitch came this close to getting you killed. I've been
Oh,
biding
yeah.
my time,
Look.
waiting.
At least old
for the
stuff's
perfect
coming back up
opportunity.
to play.
But if you
Like,
and Hermione tried to kill Hiram,
But it also hurt people. Of all the horrible things that you've done, you know what enrages me the most?
part of it's like
That
kill
my
him, the other
father
part's
was
like
shot by
Archie
a
would go
black
to prison for that.
and almost died in my
Well,
arms.
whatever.
You hired some stooge to take another shot at him in our house.
Yeah, season 2 is so good. This episode just reminded me of how good season 2 was. And 1, both of them actually. You're not gonna do it, Archie, so
Shot for a shot.
unless someone else is coming to kill him. Archie just actually let that happen because... What? That made no sense. Did Archie shoot that guy? And why would Archie let the guy kill him? Because then that's 2 birds with 1 stone. One, you haven't killed him. 2, Hiram's dead.
All right, FP, let's check the levels.
That made no sense.
It seems that Hiram kept him alive in a secret cabin in the north to carry out odd jobs for him.
Yo, FP's on it, dude.
Can you imagine that?
Came looking for you. Reggie may have told you what happened at the speakeasy. I was acting like an ass. I wanted to apologize. I wasn't myself. I haven't been for a while.
I'm sorry,
For a
too,
while,
that I ever thought
you've
for
been
a
back for a
second
day.
that you shot him.
At some point, maybe I could have. But I don't hate him anymore, Veronica.
Okay, what?
And he wants to see you.
What? This makes no
And
sense.
Archie, if you ever need a friend to talk to,
Oh, a friend. You got the F word.
Archie Andrews.
Oh, this should be good. What? He saved his... Doesn't make
For some
sense.
time now, huh?
I never set out to be your enemy.
I see no reason for us to keep fighting.
So that's it. After all that, that's
Starting tonight, I propose a truce.
you're gonna trust him. You're gonna trust Hiram. Unbelievable.
And maybe not every victim is innocent. Maybe it's not all black and white.
I wonder, Betty, if
It's like she's
one day
talking
you'll
in slow
ever be able
motion.
to see me
A bit.
in that same compassionate light.
Baby. You're not getting out of prison though, mate.
And I was thinking maybe we could, I don't know if you wanted to jam sometime or.
Oh shit.
Like the old days?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm down for that.
Yeah, sure.
I'm
Let's do
down
it.
for
But you're
that.
singing back up.
That's fair. That's GG, Archie. That's GG.
Reggie and I burned them last night, along with the equipment.
I told you I had a buyer lined up. They paid in advance.
So I saved you from being a drug dealer, Mom. Might I suggest you offer them a refund?
I can't, Veronica.
Offer them a
They used the cash from
refund.
the sale to pay off Governor Dooley. They are gonna want blood.
Well done, Veronica. You
I have no
fucked up
idea what
again.
I've just done.
I know exactly
Stupid
what I did.
idiot. Oh my god. She dropped Reggie's name as well, so Reggie's gonna be in trouble.
So that you could pin it all on my dad. Oh, and I also know why you did it.
GG, Juggy.
Veronica, you knew that Hiram was responsible for her seizure.
Very good, Mr. Jones. Except you're forgetting one thing.
Oh, as always, what's that?
Last year,
Yeah.
Hiram hired Tallboy to take shots at me during the mayoral debate.
Okay.
Nearly killing me.
Have a happy little life together.
You can't tell.
I like that they're tying
anyone
up,
this.
not loose ends, I guess, but some stuff from
Because of Agatha.
seasons 1 and 2.
He did, didn't he?
She's gonna kill him. Yeah. What a shock. Well.
You don't want to know who really did it?
Forget it. Forget it.
Great. Whoopty.
It's Riverdale.
Sick. Alright. There we go, guys. That is episode 11 of Riverdale Season 3. Fuck. Okay, I think that episode was actually a lot better than majority of Season 3. Again, that's not difficult to do, but this was, I think, genuinely a very different kind of episode. I liked that it was kind of referencing a lot from Seasons 1 and 2, like a lot of the story was basically stuff from Season 1 and 2, which I thought really worked in its benefit. There was still a couple of things that I didn't really understand. Like, they had this noir vibe, but they just touched on it every now and then. I think if they were going to go for this noir feel for it, they should have gone all out with it and, you know, done some like stupid dramatic shots and make it over dramatic and just really noir. Like, it would have been great. Like I said at the start of the episode, the Pretty Little Liars noir episode, the thing I didn't like about the episode is I thought part of the story was just boring, but I loved the style of it. I loved the way they shot it. I loved, like, all the technical side of that episode I thought was great, but the story was just a bit kind of dead. Whereas this one, it's like, the story was okay, but the style that they did the noir stuff in was just like the most basic form you could have done of that style, which was the music, I guess, and Archie on his, Jughead on his typewriter. That was pretty much about it. I did like the whole like investigation side of it, because we haven't had like Jughead and Betty investigating together for God knows how long. I don't think they've done any of that this season really, but which is fine. They don't need to be investigating stuff all the time together. That would just be stupid. But them working together felt very much like season 1 and I guess season 2 as well. So that's some cool stuff. Archie, I thought was really good this episode. The only thing I just don't understand is how him and Hiram are just good now. Like, they're just fine. It feels like all this build up to Archie finally getting revenge on him was just pointless. It's just, yeah, like, Archie as a character was good this episode, but then in the grand scheme of things, his story is just rounded up to nothing. Like, he's not changed dramatically as a character. Sure, he drank a bit of booze, he, you know, pushed someone at work, but and then at the end he's like, I've been so different recently, oh my god, I'm not who I once was. Not really. You're always a bit of a jock, Archie. Like, you push someone, it's really not that deep. I don't know why they're trying to shove like Archie's such a changed character now through it, because he's not. I think they should have just gone all out with this character change of Archie, like, and just made him completely different. But I don't know. In my eyes, at least, it's not really that different. And the resolution to it all has been him and Hiram shook hands and let bygones be bygones, which is fine because I don't want Hiram to die because I think he's still one of the most interesting characters. I'm not saying he's like one of the good guys, but he's definitely one of the most interesting characters of the show. That's for sure. And yeah, I just don't really see what they're gonna do with it now with Hiram. So Hiram being shot, I guess, wasn't pointless because you had that moment with Archie, but could you have done that without being shot? I don't know, I guess because then we had the whole FP side of things as well. So I won't say Hiram being shot was pointless, but it wasn't as as grand as it could have been. It could have been like a huge moment in the show, and it kind of wasn't. It was just like another bit of stop. But it wasn't awful. I think the Archie stuff and Hiram stuff was decent this episode. Oh yeah, and going back to that, like when Hiram was shot, I thought he was going to drag out like Riverdale. Well, not just Riverdale. A lot of these shows kind of do. Who shot it? Who did it? We got the answer pretty much the next episode, which was FP. Which I respect that they didn't just drag that out. They just let us as an audience know who it was pretty much straight away. Which it was FP. So decent, and that his agenda made sense. Like he's still holding a grudge because of last season, and I really like that about this episode. Like a lot of the stories, like I say, little things like that, and the fact that Hermione was shot at by Tallboy, they all mattered in this episode. Like little things there. Well, they weren't little things at the time, but things that we might have forgot about as an audience kind of come back up into some of the main plot points here, which I think is great. I love it when shows do that. My only problem with this episode is, like I say, they should have gone a bit more all out with the noir feel, is most basics, and the investigation side of things. Sometimes it was a bit boring. Like I like that they were investigating it and it was interesting, like them going to these different places and interviewing people and getting all these different answers with Betty and Jughead and stuff. But sometimes it didn't always work because that was the whole episode. Pretty much, it had like ups and downs. I'd say, don't know what that was, but ups and downs throughout. I'd say like especially the middle bit was kind of a bit bland, but the start of it and the ending was very well done. I'd say the weakest point of this episode was Veronica. She's still not really developed much as a character to me. Her character doesn't really seem to have any emotion behind it. That's not a knock on the actress. Camilla, I think she's a great actress, but character-wise, she hasn't really done much. I don't know. Like, it sounds weird. Like, she's opened up this speakeasy bar thing, which is great, but as a character, she's just still going after Hiram, which is fine, but that's all she's doing. Like, she's not doing anything else. Which is good, because I do like seeing Veronica in I say that's good, it's like good and bad. I like seeing Veronica like build her way up through this like empire that they kind of have, and how again more of a hold over a father, I guess. But like I say, it's just kind of all she's doing, and I wouldn't say she's developed that much as a character. I don't hate her as a character. I still think she's one of my favourites for sure. But I just wish her character had a little bit more, if that makes sense. And I hope they do give her a little bit more. I don't want it to fall in. She's not there yet, but definitely not close to this. But Shane Mitchell's Emily in Pretty Little Lies, her story is just always the same, and it gets very boring in the 5th season. I'm just like, yeah, this is the same thing over and over and over again. I don't want Veronica to become that, which I'm sure she won't. That's just like worst case scenario, obviously. But yeah, I don't think this episode was that bad actually. I don't think it was anything amazing. I think it could have been amazing. Like, this could have been a really great episode if they just went all out with it. I think, in my opinion, I think they could have gone all out with it. And made it one of those like really kind of different episodes, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't, like the musical stuff. And even though the musical one was kind of fun, like that was really like kind of weird, but it was a fun episode. I guess one where it's like split into 3 parts. Like in season 2, that didn't work for me, but in season 3, that kind of worked. But something like that, you know what I mean? Not saying they should have been split into 3 parts. I'm just saying just like the all-out style that they go for sometimes. I think they should have gone all out with the retro noir kind of stuff. But yeah, it was good. I'd give it a. I think I'm going to give it a 7.2. I think this could have been at least an 8. I think this very easily could have been an 8. But the middle was very bland. Veronica hasn't developed much at all. I don't like what they've done with Hiram and Archie. It just feels very pointless at the end of the day. And Archie has not changed as a character at all. And yeah, I think. Oh yeah, and the investigation stuff wasn't always that interesting, but that was mainly the middle part. But for season 3, this was a good episode. I'll go 7.2 out of 10. Hopefully you can keep that up. I don't know. Probably go down to like a 5, don't know, who knows. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought of the episode down below in the comments. And I will see you next time for episode 12. Sorry about my blocked nose. I'm recovering, but yeah. Until next week, peace.